So Michael Jackson was murdered. And this is a fact I'm going to show you in a minute. We're going to get into a clip of Michael Jackson talking and then show you information that came out later on. However, Kanye was right about Michael Jackson. Kanye was right about the medication and this and that, about a lot of different things. So the truth that he's coming out with is actual facts when you start looking back. Michael Jackson was talking on this video where, he was in charge of a lot of things. He was the owner of a lot of things. Let's just go right into it.
Hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jackie Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same though. These guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad. And the story is very sad in the end. Because...
See, Michael's coming out with truth right now about different artists in the industry. And he's talking about different artists in the industry who work really hard, but at the end of the day, they don't get what they deserve. And they're broken. They're broken. He's coming out with truth right now about the industry. And they couldn't say Michael was crazy. Michael's too calm, too collected. He wasn't just saying, he didn't just come out just speak outburst and, so they couldn't really go there with him.
The companies take advantage of them. They really
there it is. The companies take advantage of them.
Do. And Sony being
you got to understand, when he's saying Sony, he's talking about the leaders of Sony. And they see this.
Being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. Several billion. And they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing and it usually is, but
let me translate this for Michael. They thought they could tell him to shut up and dance. They wouldn't have to worry about anything. But that was false.
They never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and that type of thinking gets them upset.
We can't let them get away with what they're trying to do because now I'm a free agent.
We can't let them get away with what they're trying to do. You have to pay attention to these words, guys. You have to pay attention to these words. Because now he's talking about it for himself. He's saying we have to get other people out like he was, but it didn't last too long.
Yeah. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. It's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. Because every album that I record, I write, like, literally, I'm telling you the truth, I write at least 120 songs every album I do.
120 songs?
So I can do the box set and just give them any 2 songs. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony.
There it is. Leaving Sony a free agent, owning. Did you guys hear that? Let's play back.
So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony.
Owning half of Sony. Now you think to yourself, does Michael's family own half of Sony now that he's gone? Does Michael's kids own half of Sony now that he's gone? Let's find out. Actually, let's keep going to see what Kanye had to say about a couple things.
I'm Michael now.
And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was.
They wanted to medicate him every day and they could have just switched to medication. That's what he said, right? That's what he said, right? Now, how did Michael Jackson die? How did they say he died? On June 25th, 2009, American singer Michael Jackson died on acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication at his home on North Carrollwood Drive in the Holmby Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. His physician, Conrad, said that he found Jackson in his room, not breathing, and with a weak pulse, he administered CPR to no avail, and security called 911. So they're saying that Michael Jackson overdosed, right? They're saying he overdosed on medicine that he's taken. He's taken plenty of times. On medicine that he's taken plenty of times, they're saying he's overdosed on it, right? And you have different medias, big medias, especially this fake media. CNN, we know this fake news. Michael Jackson gave himself fatal overdose, expert says. So people see that and say, oh my gosh, it must be real, right? Come to find out. Come to find out. On August 28th, 2009, Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner concluded that Jackson's death was a homicide. Jackson had been administered propofol and anti-anxiety, and but these doctors got some names, boy. These medicines got some names. By his doctor, Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in November 2011 and was released in 2013. After serving 2 years of his 4-year prison sentence with time off for good behavior. This man murdered Michael Jackson and he spent 2 years in jail. I'm not going to say too much. But you tell me, how you murder Michael Jackson, then spend 2 years in jail without some higher help? You took out the biggest star in the world. How do you do that? Why would you do that unless somebody higher up told you to do that and that they would get you out of the situation that you're in? Puzzles, people. Puzzles. 1 + 1 = 2. And then let's see who owns Michael's masters. In September 2016, Sony acquired the Jackson estate and Sony ATV in a deal valued at around $750 million. So Sony acquired the Jackson estate stake, $750 million. My question is, do you think that they would have been able to buy it from Michael Jackson? Don't think so. They're smart. They know that the money is just going to build up. And somebody like Michael Jackson, clearly they don't think he thought like that, but he did think. And they knew that they were not going to get it from him. Wow. Think, guys, as truth keeps being revealed, we have to look in different places to add different things up. Sad story. I know. I would say pray for Kanye. Pray for Ye right now because he's definitely putting himself in hot water to come out with different truth. You know, so God's using him. Amen. But yeah, guys, lights coming out more and more. It's being revealed more and more. Things is getting hot. I'm here for it. I'm here for the truth to come out. Amen. Love you guys. God bless.